Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Faidi Akif bin Mat Ali, and today I will be presenting my final year project proposal, Machine Learning Method to Forecast Churn Rate based on Steam Review. First of all, what is Steam? Steam is a video game digital distribution service that was released back in 2003 by Valve Corporation, a video game developer, publisher, and digital distribution company. Back then, there was no online storefront. People have to go to the store and buy a copy of game, and it's a very tedious process. Nowadays, people can buy and update games whenever they want from online storefronts such as Steam. It shows how the video game industry has grown. So as time advances, the gaming industry becomes very competitive for game developer, especially on Steam with 11,739 games released in 2021, because it is the dominant video game distributor, and it became dominant because of Valve's extremely successful game earlier in the days, such as Portal and Half-Life. Steam platform or the developer themselves are responsible for marketing to attract customer to play their game, but what comes next is one of the most challenging things they face, which is customer churn. Churn in game context is the act of customer to stop playing your game, and it is more important to retain customer than getting new ones. And when it comes to churn in video game, it is caused by game design. It is important to predict churn so that the company can see their situation and their position in the market to make decisions. Moving to the problem statement, this matter was researched by Christensen and Burelli and Jenk et al. To handle this problem. Most churn predictions relating to games relied on player log data, hence the usage of user-generated content is not widely used in this area. Where few such as Kilimchi et al. Have done this, it can be concluded that user-generated content can give insight to a prediction model. User-generated content refers to content created by unpaid customer, for example, review. Because of huge amount of data, developer need to perform sentiment analysis by classifying the reviews into positive, negative, or neutral to know their customer opinion about their product. To conclude, there is a lack in churn prediction based on sentiment analysis for computer games on Steam that also focuses on large-scale data. However, Steam has no player log data to identify user behavior. Therefore, this research will be focusing on churn rate of game by forecasting what the churn rate will be in certain time frame. Hence, there is a need to propose the churn rate forecasting model. Moving to research question objective, to solve this problem, some research questions have been formed which are the following, and to answer research question, the following research objectives are developed. Moving to research scope, the type of game that is chosen is games as a service. Games as a service is a type of game that frequently gets updated, therefore the player base is significantly active compared to single player games that focuses on story, which have less replay value. In addition, only a single type of genre will be focused on such as action. Only English language reviews will be taken into consideration. A time frame is selected for 1 year. And finally, this model is targeted for game developers since the forecasted churn rate is more useful for them to plan their moves. Next, on the research significance, number one, developer will be able to make timely decision by using the model, hence reducing increase in churn rate. By doing so, they are able to incur marketing costs from customer who genuinely enjoys their game because of developer fulfilling their requirements. Hence, developer will gain customer loyalty from constant quality in production. Next, let's talk about literature review. The figure displays category in this research will be focusing on which is colored by red, blue, and yellow. The green boxes indicates the closely related work for each category. On top of the left side, Rothheimer, Kiguchi, and Lee discover what are the usual time frame of churn in video game. When it comes to games, it is completely different from one another from other domain because there is no explicit way you can tell, unlike telecom that has a subscription status. As for in the top right corner, Park uses sentiment fused with stock price for forecasting. The result of their research shows improvement in comparison to only using stock price data. In the bottom left corner, Zuo explained multiple methods to collect Steam review, whereas Tan is a study that improved Zuo approach where it was conducted that their model that uses support vector machine is the best. This was the researcher main contribution since the data was obtained from Kaggle. Finally, on the bottom right, Napito forecast churn rate using sentiment, which is similar to Park. Park achieved a lower MAP of 1.15%. Therefore, the closely related work will highly influence his proposed research. Before we go into detail of research methodology, these are the phases that contributes to the completion of objectives in the research. In preliminary study, discussion with supervisor and determining problem domain from online sources to figure out what this project will be about and its significance was conducted. Research is done to understand the problem and what are the techniques that have been used. Literatures can be obtained from UITM resources online database to where significant keywords can be identified. There are two there are two sources of data, one to retrieve Steam review by using Steam API and to retrieve peak player from Steam DV. And here are the sample of data that are collected. And next is the preprocessing. For the textual data, it can be preprocessed by following the standard method of natural language pre-processing techniques, whereas calculating churn rate and normalization is done for the peak player data. Both will be done using Python, and clean data can be obtained. Moving to model design, this research proposed two models, which are sentiment analysis and churn forecast. Dashboard is also to be designed for visualization purposes. The two models are combined. Reviews that are classified by sentiment analysis model is calculated and presented in a time series manner for it to be fed into the churn forecasting model with the player peak time series. The forecasted result will be displayed using dashboard. The proposed architecture uses support vector machine for both models. As for model development, everything for the model can be developed using Python and its libraries, whereas Power BI is used for the dashboard. Next on testing and evaluation is to evaluate the main concern of this research by using mean average percentage error to see how much the error occurs when model is tested. And of course, sentiment analysis model is to be evaluated as well by comparing the metrics of different models. Finally, all progress, detailed notes and results will be documented. And finally, that concludes the presentation. Thank you.